Welcome back. My freshman year and first season as varsity baseball player are behind me. It's summertime, and that means summer ball for most and vacation. I am Grayson Knight, and this is Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. My family and I just got back from 2 weeks in the UK. It was awesome and something I'll remember forever. But that doesn't mean I'm not thinking about baseball and what's next. It just so happens that today's guest is someone that will be part of my baseball story in 2026. Coach Andrew Ryan is the head coach at Kentucky Country Day School in Louisville. Next year, he and his team will be coming down to Georgia to play my Duluth Wildcats. So let's get into that and more. So how you doing, Coach?
Doing good, man. How's everything with you?
It's good. Summer is going pretty well. How's it going for you?
It's going. Always trying to figure out what to do for next year and how to get better. Mixing in some travel ball here and there too.
Mhm.
You
Did
like
you
what was that?
did you guys like just get out of school or has it been a while?
We got out of school I think 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
2 weeks ago. Are
Mm.
you still in school?
No, we get out, yeah, about 2 weeks ago. So May 21st is when we got out.
Nice,
I
nice.
know some people like they get out in like late June. So I was
Yeah.
wondering if that was you guys. What were you gonna say?
As I asked how your trip went.
Oh, my trip was really good. We went to Ireland, London, and Scotland. I think Scotland was my favorite. It just the people are so nice, the atmosphere, it's just so beautiful. But everywhere we went was really, really cool.
What made you guys pick going there?
So have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
So in Star Wars: The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, they go to this island where Luke is on, and that's an island in Ireland called Skellig Michael, and we've been planning to go there for about 9 years since The Force Awakens came out.
Awesome.
But our the passes weren't eventually we weren't able to go on the island because of something like a lawsuit in Ireland, and also it was very like the weather was really bad that day and they only let 100 people on, so it was really like a lose-lose for us. But we saw everything in Ireland. That was like the main reason for going, which I'm kind of bummed out that we didn't go there, but it was really cool anyway.
That sounds awesome, man.
Mhm. So you're the head varsity coach at KCD. So do you also teach any classes?
No, I do just about everything besides teach. My job is considered maintenance, but I mean that can mean one day I'm cutting grass all day, one day I'm serving lunch, one day I'm, you know, picking up trash around campus, pretty much anything to keep the school running.
Hmm. So how did your spring season shake out?
It was good. Learning experience for me. I mean, first year head coach. I only coached travel ball before I got this, so I think every first year head coach thinks they can like reinvent the wheel and oh, we're just gonna win right away. And I had to take lessons from each game. And by the end of the year, we were definitely a lot better than when we started.
Hmm. That's kind of similar to us. We started out shaky, but we had a really, really nice end to the season. We won our last game of the season, which is pretty cool. So your school is in Louisville, Kentucky. So naturally, I need to know, have you ever taken the team to the Louisville Slugger Factory and Museum?
I've not taken the team to the museum, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty popular here. I'm pretty sure they've all been there. It's kind of like one of those things you got to do once you're here.
Have you gone yourself?
Yeah, I have. It's actually really cool. Have you ever
Hmm.
have you ever been to
No,
Kentucky?
I've never been to Kentucky. I need to go one day.
Yeah, it's worth checking out. It's cool seeing the stages and like pretty much looking at a piece of wood and by the end of it, it's a bat.
Yeah, it's like the factory. It's like the making process of the bat.
Yeah, everything. They can
That's
take you
really
on a
cool.
tour and then they've got like a batting cage in the back where you can
Oh,
like
that's cool.
pick out different models. And then they got another wing where it's like game used bats from Louisville Sluggers. So like think about Chris Bryant's, I'm a Cubs fan. So Chris Bryant's like 2016 bats in there. So they let you like hold it. It's pretty cool.
I have this Louisville Slugger bat. Who
Oh,
is
there
it?
you go.
Is I think it's just it's my dad. It's his initials are on there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they'll
And
make you bats there too. It's really cool.
it was made at the factory.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, what was your baseball journey like from young player to coach? And did you always think you would coach one day?
Um, So my dad was my little league coach growing up, and once I played in-house little league. I didn't do travel till I got older. Played little league up until I was like 12, 13 years old, and then my dad let me loose into the travel ball world. Played on a couple travel ball teams and played high school baseball. I moved. I went to a private school called Westminster Christian in Elgin, Illinois. That's originally where I'm from. And my senior year, we moved to Elizabethtown, Kentucky, which kind of sucked being a senior. Kind of wanted to finish it out with your friends, but moved to Elizabethtown and got on the team there. And that's hands down the best baseball team I've ever been on. We made a deep run into state. That's when I became a PO. And if you pitch, the PO life is awesome. It
Mm-hmm.
is awesome.
I've
Uh,
heard from people that they love being a PO.
oh, it's great, dude. Throw a couple bullpens during the week, do some stretches, chart some bullpens, and just relax. Let everybody else get yelled at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so after that, my arm wasn't in the best shape, and I didn't really take school very seriously, which is a big regret that I have. So I graduated, went to work at a sports park in E-Town. Pretty nice place. To take care of like baseball fields. So I was still kind of around baseball. And then it was a seasonal job, so winter came. I had to get a big boy job, so I became a garbage man, and I did that till I was 25. I loved that job, and in the midst of that, that baseball hole was still there. So I got into coaching with a guy named Aaron Tate with the Kentucky Colts. I was an assistant coach there, and started getting back into coaching. And I kind of after that, I pretty much was like, I was about to get married at the time, so I was like, I'm gonna focus on that, take this summer off. And one of your podcast hosts, or guests, Zeb Bernard, reached out to me
Oh yeah,
about
great
coaching a
baseball.
Wolves team, and started coaching there. And I've loved it coaching there. He's a good dude. He pretty much lets you coach the way you want to coach. He doesn't really critique you on anything. Started head coaching there. Met a guy that you might know named Carter Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, he was on one of my teams, and once that Wolves season finished, Carter's family and a couple others recommended the KCD job to me. So I was like, might as well put my name out there. Ended up here, and that's where we're at.
Mm-hmm. So I heard correctly, you played at a private school, right?
Yes, sir.
So what's the difference between like private school and public school teams?
Private school teams, it's a lot less, I guess, competition on trying to earn a spot because the schools are typically smaller. Now, there's some private schools here that are the size of public schools, but
Mm-hmm.
where I was at, it was a pretty small school. It was like 200, 300 kids in the whole school, K through 12. So find a spot on baseball was pretty easy if you worked hard. Um, and public school, I mean, there's kids that would get cut on a public school team that could start at a private school team.
So private schools here are like really big too. There's a few that we're gonna be playing next year, 2026 season, and I know a few kids that are on the team, and like it's like really really big.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So I'm pretty excited to share this with my 8 listeners. My dad said you're a fan of the podcast. Thank you, by the way. But from we can announce your team is coming down to Atlanta area next year for a doubleheader. So that's pretty cool. So is your team excited? Have you even told them yet?
I've talked about doing a spring trip because here baseball's been kind of weird where like some kids would stay in town and some kids would go away. But part of growing up for me was I always look forward to the spring baseball trips. And I think giving that back to the kids would be really fun for them. So yeah, we're coming to see you guys and trying to get a couple more games booked down there and make a week trip out of it and come on back.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be a doubleheader too. So
Double header.
yeah. So I really hope I get to pitch one of those games. I love playing kids from other states. So what are you most looking forward to on that trip? Like anything in Atlanta?
I'm looking forward to seeing the different competition because like around here, everybody kind of knows everybody. You kind of know like, oh, this team's really good or this team we have a good shot against. But new state, new team, like it on our end, we have to play the best that we can because we don't know. You guys might kill us. We might stay in it. It's all new for us, and the new competition is what fires me up.
Mm. So let me ask you a bit about your about coaching players my age. So what is it that makes a good high school player? Do you care more about talent or character or both?
Um, you have to have a little bit of talent, but character goes a long way with me. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Says my connection's unstable. Sorry. Uh, yeah, character goes a long way with me just because um like I have to be able to trust the guys that are on the field. I could have the most talented kid in the world, but if he has a bad attitude, he's gonna bring the others down. If you're a good team guy and you have some talent, you'll go very far. I notice a lot of younger kids, they're really afraid to mess up. And baseball's a failing sport. So the quicker you can get used to failing and how to recover from it and come back, that also goes a long way too.
Mm. So that kind of segues into my next question, which is I don't know if you've experienced this, but how do you handle like a clubhouse cancer or a kid that is more me first than team first?
Oh boy. We had a situation like that this year. I won't get too into it, but he's not on the team. And pretty much when I came in, I dealt it was a group of kids that had never played together. They'd all played baseball, but they were just a bunch of kids on a baseball team. They weren't a true team. So probably like the first 3 or 4 weeks of us really going at it for baseball was just a lot of character building, like a lot of just conditioning. I mean, we put them through like a baseball boot camp just to see like they had to come together or it was never going to work. And by the end of the season, we had a team that was like a brotherhood. And the clubhouse cancer at that point would just everyone else was with the program, and it made that guy an outcast. Pretty much made it cool to not, or it made it not cool to mess around at baseball or to not take baseball seriously. When you were here, you were 4 year guys, and we did a really good job of team building after that.
Mhm. So last question before we get to some fun, dumb questions. I'm going to be 16 in September. So can you share something with us right now that you wish your 16-year-old self would know about or could know about? It could be about baseball or anything life related.
Enjoy it while you can, because you'll grow up really fast. 16 was fun. Can you drive at 16 in Georgia?
I have my learner's permit, so I can drive with my immediate family.
I got you.
Mm,
Illinois, it was 16 and you could drive. And when I turned 16, I thought the whole world had opened up to me. And I just would say to myself, probably to just enjoy it while you can, because once you get a job and once, you get out of school, like the real world hits you and enjoy the fun while you can.
mhm. I can't wait to drive on my own, so it's gonna be a while. I think until December, I'll be able to drive, but I'm driving right now. Sorry, this isn't baseball related, but it's
Yeah,
just
you're good.
I can't wait, and I will be enjoying it. So thank you.
Do you have a car yet?
Not a personal one, but my family has a car.
If you
Mhm.
could get your own car right now, any kind of car, what would it be?
Um, like any price range.
Any price range.
Uh, that's hard. Maybe a DeLorean from like
There you
Back to the
go.
Future.
I like it.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you, Coach. Now we're moving to the last part, the not so rapid fire questions. You can answer with as much as little info as you want. So, you ready?
Yeah.
So, do you have a go-to karaoke song?
Chattahoochee by Alan Jackson.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
If you raced Carter Jones, one of your players, in a 100-meter dash, who would win?
Oh, me. Carter's slow. He's
I
gonna kill me for
I
saying
heard Carter was
that
fast.
to you. He's pretty fast.
Mhm. If you could have a different profession, what would you be doing?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, I'd say probably being in a front office somewhere in the major leagues. I think that'd be pretty cool, kind of
Mhm.
seeing the behind the scenes of how to put a major league program together.
Yeah. Uh, So, little known fact, you already said this, but you were a garbage man in a previous life. So, what was the best treasure you ever found?
Oh boy, I found a bunch of money. You'd be surprised how many times someone throws out just
Like $100 bills or something?
yeah.
Wow.
Let's see, I found so many weird things. I found a bunch of like BB guns,
Do you like
vacuum
keep that
clean,
stuff?
but brand new stuff. Yeah,
That's really cool. I might think of that.
you get some nice stuff every now and then.
So, which is harder, the trash route or coaching teenage kids?
Probably it all it say it's 50-50, depending on the day. Trash was fun because you're out there when the weather was really nice, no one really bothered you, just do your job and go home. coaching kids, you never know what each day brings. You never know what the kids are going to do at school that you're going to get called to talk about. They're very emotional, so never know what it's going to bring.
Do you prefer DC or Marvel?
Ooh, I like DC. I'm a big Batman guy.
I'm a big Batman guy, but I feel like Marvel's more consistent right now.
Yeah, I think the Marvel Avengers series kind of put DC down, but I'm still pulling for DC.
Mhm. And last one, what is your favorite baseball movie of all time, and what can be learned from it?
Ooh, I like the Benchwarmers. I know it's not totally a baseball movie, but they learn how to be a team, and it's funny the way that they
Super
get
funny,
there.
yeah.
What's yours?
I have three. I like Field of Dreams, Sandlot, and Major League. But
There you
also,
go.
I also really like Moneyball, which is like a great movie if you want to just learn about baseball.
Yeah, Moneyball is great.
Mhm. So Coach Andrew Ryan of Kentucky Country Day School, folks. Boom, we did it. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a blast, man.
Anything else you want to add or ask me?
Yeah, I got a couple questions for you, but I want to thank my athletic director first because a lot of my baseball career has been based off people giving me chances. And like especially Zev with the Wolves, I really had no head coaching experience when I came to him, and he took a chance on me. And it's very similar to playing too. Your coach had to give you a chance being a freshman on varsity, and you had to do your job to keep your spot. And I really appreciate the chance from Zev and from Amy Elliott, my athletic director. She's been there for me through the whole thing. There's been a lot of like weird first time things that you deal with as a coach. Like, what do I do when there's an upset parent? What do I do when I don't know how to handle this? She's always been there. I mean, helped me out tremendously. Um, so thank you there. Question for you. If you could play on any team in MLB history, what would it be?
In history?
Any team in
So,
MLB
like, if I
history.
want to play in the Brooklyn Dodgers, I could.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's tough. Maybe I don't want to go too far back, but maybe the 2016 Cubs would have been fun.
that's my answer. I love that season.
Yeah, that was I wasn't like I was like six around then, so wasn't really mature enough to like know everything. But like now, like that was a super fun team. Like Javi Baez, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, they're all gone now, and that would have been really really cool to see and just play for them. But my favorite team is the Tampa Bay Rays. So maybe the 2020 Rays, when they
There you
went to
go.
the World Series. That would have been really fun too, because I know a lot of guys on there. Yeah.
Another one. In your eyes as a player, this will help me as a coach. What makes a good coach to you as a player?
Ooh, someone who cares about the team, obviously. They need to have a good baseball background, obviously. Whoa. They give good feedback to the players and individual feedback, not just like general feedback, like what the team's doing, like individual what you're doing wrong, what can you do what can you do to improve it. That's really good for a coach, and a coach that's relatable, that can see what's going on in a player, and they can help fix it or help them out. That's really nice.
Did you have a highlight of your season this year? Is there like a game that stuck
Ooh.
out to you?
Our final game, our senior night game, there were like maybe 300 people there, which is really, really cool. We won our game. And my final AB, I got a two-run single with the bases loaded, and I scored the winning run a guy later, which is
That's
really, really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Do you have any plans or do you have any goals for your life after baseball?
Hmm. After baseball, I never really want to like get away from baseball. Like, I want to do something baseball related when I grow up. Um, I've always been into movies, so maybe something like movie related I could do. But like baseball is like my number one. If I could do anything baseball as a career, that'd be really, really fun.
You sound a lot like me when I was your age.
I mean, look where it's at now. You're a coach. I mean,
That's right.
I'd love to be a coach.
If you ever want to, I got a spot for you.
Of course, of course. Do you have any more?
That's all I wrote down.
All
If there's
right.
anything else you could think of.
No. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. I hope you weren't too nervous.
Nah.
Nah. Is this your first interview?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm terrible at public speaking too, so this has been fun.
Mhm. Well, listeners, please give Coach Ryan a follow on Instagram at Andrew Ryan, is that 847, and you can follow me at Baseball Podcasts Are Fun on YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. Please check back soon for an all-new guest. Until then, that was Coach Andrew Ryan. I'm Grayson Knight, and this was Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. Don't forget to swing for the fences. See ya.